New York Times in the Africa section of their website. And this is the headline. Now, this is 15 days after Benghazi, the death of the 4 Americans, including the U.S. ambassador, the looting and burning of our consulate there in Benghazi, which, if you remember the city's name in Libya, was the reason we got into overthrowing Muammar Gaddafi, because he was threatening to wipe out Benghazi. Now Benghazi has wiped out the U.S. consulate. 15 days after that, the FBI is still not there. Americans are still not there. The crime scene has been thoroughly compromised. Evidence is gone, including the journal of the U.S. ambassador that was picked up by a female CNN reporter who apparently felt it was okay to go in. So here's I tell you, after yesterday's unbelievable, in the literal sense of that word, speech by Barack Obama to the General Assembly, a speech that was devoid of relation with reality, unmoored by fact. It was that video, and we apologize. It was so disgusting. It was what? In Egypt, by the way, just parenthetically, as a sidebar here, with regard to the 13-minute video on YouTube, 10% of the Egyptian population has internet connection at home. 30% of businesses have internet connection. All of the internet connection in Egypt is dial-up. Do you think they're dialing up and paying by the minute to watch trailers on YouTube? I don't. You know how they even found out about it? Somebody, the Al-Qaeda type, took it off YouTube, translated it into Arabic with subhead, and put it on a broadcast television station on one of the Brotherhood's programs. That's how they even found out about it. They didn't find it on the internet. Okay, anyway. Here is the most remarkable thing yet. 15 days later, with the president still hawking the phony video reason why this has all happened, Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton indicated an explicit link between Al-Qaeda in North Africa and the attack on the American diplomatic mission in Libya that killed 4 Americans, including the ambassador. I'm reading from the lead paragraph of the New York Times article. Headline, Clinton sees link to Qaeda offshoot in deadly Libya attack. 15 days later, the obvious is stated by the Secretary of State, who can no longer keep a straight face. Unlike Ambassador Rice, she is not going to lie, as Ambassador Rice either did or was terminally ignorant last weekend, going through all the Sunday shows, talking about how the disgusting video did it. So Al-Qaeda did it, according to Clinton. She goes on, quote, this is a great article. She also said American intelligence and law enforcement agencies were working not only with Libya, but also with other nations in the region to investigate the attack in Benghazi on September 11. Really? Nobody's there yet. We check in with Benghazi. You can do it on the internet. Check in with Benghazi. FBI there yet? Any Americans? No? Okay. We'll check tomorrow. Then it says this. The attack in Benghazi on September 11, that indicated that the attack's planning and execution might not have been the local spontaneous eruption of violence that the administration initially described. It may not have been. Clinton is running to the other side of the room as fast as she can. This Obama guy is, you can't hang out there with some phony story that's been totally debunked by everybody in the world and still have any credibility. She's not going to go down that rat hole. And where did she say all this? This gets even better. Quote, Mrs. Clinton made her remarks at a special United Nations meeting on the political and security crisis in the swath of North Africa known as the Maghreb and the Sahel, a crisis that is particularly affecting northern Mali, which has been overrun by Islamic extremists since a military coup divided that country earlier this year. Clinton said Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, which originated in Algeria, was now using the region as a haven to support extremism and terrorist violence in countries like Libya. She's not going to be laughed at by the world, as Obama is now, because she's got to be viable for 2016. Today was the day Hillary Clinton said, enough already with the video, okay? Let's talk real. And let's do it at the United Nations so that every nation knows at least one person in this administration is moored to some kind of factual reality.